Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Arkansas State Red Wolves, taking on a team from the ACC, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Red Wolves will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he's coming out of the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The offense set for a first down play. Incomplete, and man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They'll give it to the back. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the first half to go for it on fourth down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quickly complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
The Red Wolves line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Wolves!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
7, Boise State, 0.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And now on second down for this offense. With jet sweep pass. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Handoff to the lone back. At the 45 on his way. He's off to the races. He's at the 10. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
And the extra point is good. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Trying to escape and get it himself. Still running at the 40. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Now, he does a really good job with that mesh point. The mesh point is when he sticks it in the running back's belly. When he pulls it, he gets downhill quick to chew up some quick yards. Nice play early in this football game.
Still on his feet at the 45. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
These guys are called matchup guys. They're not the biggest guys on the field, but they're going to win. Short, and they're going to catch the ball, and they're going to make yards after the catch. You can tell those are the type of guys in college football that are starting to get maximized and used a lot more than they were in the past.
Trying to run it in the red zone. He's got 4, and he's down at the 12. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Power football with the run. Pickup of 1. It's down at the 11.
That's the end of the first quarter with the Score tied 7-7.
Now facing a third down as they line up after the break. Using his feet. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. This quarterback part of their running game. And the Red Wolves have a first down. That conversion sets a tone, but that's also really part of their MO. They're going to go for it on 4th and short.
Yeah, it's a body blow, and it's demoralizing. It's a good point. For it like that and you go get it, you're essentially telling the opponent, look, you can't stop us. Next time we get in a similar situation, we're going to do the exact same thing, and there ain't nothing you can do about it.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The Red Wolves have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas State. On to attempt the try.
In the end zone.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arkansas State 14, Boise State 7.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Gaines. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs coming, they just need a mid. They put 1 mid on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now a fresh set of downs.
From the gun, running back on the move. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Tackled after picking up the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a rhythm.
And the Broncos have this offense rolling. Running behind that left side. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it from the gun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. We're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. On the move at the 30. And oh, no, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
The Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Trying to get to it. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Quick pass on the fly motion. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And, David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Makes the grab on 3rd. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
Yeah, and I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding 3rd and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, made a nice tackle to force a 4th down.
Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Now on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
And a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over.
What a grab along the left sideline. Got the foot down in a strong throw. Put it right on the money. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. He uncorks one deep. Got it in stride inside the 20. Touchdown, Red Wolves. And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half.
Boise State, 7.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Moves around to clear up the vision. He's going to sling it into the heart of the field. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to go up top on first down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Broncos will kick it away to crank up the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Jackson. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Arkansas State has it ready to go to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense.
And it's on the ground. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Arkansas State ready to go back to work on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, it's Rayner. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic, picked off. Trying to take it back. The 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And they tacked on the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
14.
He'll bring it out. It's Jackson. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, we'll see if this Red Wolves offense can get moving. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Scanning the field, it's Rayner. Quick strike complete. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Nice throw, nice catch, great completion on that out route. Sometimes those cornerbacks, when they see that early, they can make that jump and get that pick six. So those are dangerous routes to throw, but it worked for him there.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. Touchdown, Red Wolves! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. He can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown.
14.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over. First and 10.
Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Quarterback will audible. Wants to fire on second down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
on 4th down. They're taking to the air. Unloads to the wideout. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Arkansas State. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back gets the give. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. On the ready. That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Arkansas State 35, Boise State
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are in the field. The problem is, defense knows it too, so they're going to play call accordingly. That time, they had a better play call on. They execute. It's just been that kind of day for this offense.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a
touchdown, Red Wolves! And the stomping has commenced. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Arkansas State 42, Boise State 14.
And here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all.
Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. The defense snatches it, and they're going the other way. Touchdown, Red Wolves! The defense takes matters into their own hands.
Arkansas State.
They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He looks that one in nicely.
Nice patience by the quarterback here, working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. The Broncos getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together. Maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense.